Great honor to invite a man who was not only a friend to the late Kanja, but a man who, he'll give his story. He's a man who we lovingly call behind his back the fourth. A dear friend of Kanja's. Please help me welcome our fourth President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta.
Thanks, Bobby. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Nelly, Waruru, Nyeri, Caro, the family, friends who have gathered here today to say our final farewells to our dear friend whom God has called to rest. I yesterday had the opportunity to give my tribute to a man I considered a dear friend, a colleague, and I don't want to necessarily repeat what I said. And as I was arriving, I was under strict instructions from one of the ushers that this is a PG gathering, so I should be very careful in what I have to say. So I will join Gary by saying other things that we would like to say or could say are stories for another day. Today, we are here to support our sister. Today, we are here to support the Waruru family. The culmination of a week of tributes, celebration for the life of our dear friend. Sawa tu. We are here to say our final farewells to our dear friend. But when we say final, the memories will linger for long, and for some of us for the rest of our lives, remembering the very dear moments, happy moments that we were able to share with Kanja. I think everybody will agree with me, and everybody who has attended these farewells have not done so because they were forced. They have come because of the character of the man we lay to rest today. Kanja was indeed an incredible man. Kanja was a man like none. He would fit into any sector of our society with ease and make you feel comfortable in any scenario, in any occasion. I'm sure each and every one of us will surely miss him. But as we say goodbye again to Nelly and the family, we are only saying goodbye to our friend, but not to you. We stand and continue to stand with you. We are part of your family. Not only those here, but many more who would have wished to be here. You will not be alone. Your faith, trust, and love in your God will be your pillar. And we, friends of Kanja, who are now your friends, your family's friends, will always be there for you. So ladies and gentlemen, let me not go beyond that. Today is Kanja's day. Today is a day for each and every one of us to reflect in their own individual way how we choose to remember him. Today is the sad and final farewell, but the joy of the memories will live and last forever. May the Almighty God rest his soul in eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, for gracing us not just this afternoon, but yesterday as well, and spending the time to come and honor your friend for many, many years. We have come to the end of the tribute section, and I would now like to hand back to Father Wanje for the service in the main. Thank you again for your patience during these tributes.
Put our hands together and appreciate for doing such a commendable job and even giving me a new title, Father Wanje. Sometimes we are called all kinds of names. I have the governor give me a different name. Sometimes I'm called Pastor Wanjie, Pastor Wanjao, but my name is Wanje. I come from the coast of Kenya, but I have been blessed to be a pastor at Rejoice Baptist Church for some 37 years. That is where this family worships, and for that reason we're here. I know I have other members in the crowd, and we are grateful to be here. So yesterday, I spoke very briefly at the church. It was in hopes that today I would preach a long time, but I can see time is gone. Then I also heard the chairman has to be home by 6. So definitely, I cannot preach a long sermon. We have to finish early. I will seek to be brief also today, as I combine 3 messages into one message. We are gathered here today because of this death. If this death had not happened, without a doubt, many of us would not be here. And I want to submit to all of us today that death has a message to the living. And that the message of death to the living is that there is a God who is a true God, who says what he means and means what he says. That every time you gather in a service like this, that he may remind you there is one true God who says what he means and means what he says. But on the other side of that coin, it also must be said, there is a devil who is a liar and will always be a liar. If you go to the book of Genesis chapter 1, God creates the heavens and the earth. And then in chapter 2, he forms man from the dust of the ground. I almost wanted to tell your neighbor, you're just dust, but you may.
Kulala kwangu boda boda, kusoma kwangu boda boda, maisha yangu yote boda boda, yako kumitamatisha, na habari twasikia kila tunapokwenda. Kaa ndani usitoke, serikalini mama tulia. Maendeleo tunyagulie, wanao kusema usijali. Embu ikisonga mbele, wote watatulia. Oh, na ningesahau, karibu sana awadipi Dr. Kedure Kediki. Uncle Abraham, karibu sana Embu. Nikikuwa mkubwa, nitataka kukua kama gavana wetu. Niketi karibu na wewe. Asanteni.
Wapi makofi mazuri ya msichana mdogo? Tupigeni makofi mazuri kabisa. Maisha yake bodaboda, kulala bodaboda. All around her amesema ni bodaboda. So we appreciate the bodaboda sector in the entire country and of course Embu County.
Asante. Asante sana. We may now proceed, and as we proceed, allow me to invite the director youth to join this group. Oh, wow. 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 Pigieni His Excellency makofi mazuri. Asante sana. Hiyo ni kutuonyesha wewe ni baba, wewe unatujali, wewe unatupenda. Asante sana. I request the director youth to join this group. She has been very instrumental in this. I know Waziri is coming. Director for Youth, Director Rehema. We've worked very closely together with the entire team. And at this juncture, Your Excellency, allow me with a lot of humility to welcome. Okay, DJ kidogo, His Excellency anapomalizia. DJ kidogo tu anapomalizia. Kehara tena tuya tuerida beria bopua mahoya mahoya de amat tuire maho de gero izainde de moin foku vinya di kale tandoke mahoya mahoya de amat tuire maho de gero izainde de moin foku vinya di kale tandoke. DJ Makoria ko kwa ugwatia mere Gavana Mbarire Mwarwanjage atongorie Embu karewega. Tunangoja His Excellency amalizane na mtoto. Tumuombe akuje hapa.
DJ Ameto
Makoria kukwa uwatia mere kabida negaka. Makoria kukwa uwatia mere kabida negaka. Sisere mbalire Mwarwanjage atongorie Embu karewega. Sisere mbalire Mwarwanjage atongorie Embu karewega. Makoria kukwa uwatia mere kabida negaka. Makoria kukwa
Wow, DJ now ningeomba kwa heshima kubwa tusimame. Ninamuomba naibu wa rais kindly, Your Excellency and Your Excellency the Governor, to kindly join this team so that you may help us, the border people and the youth empowerment docket, to launch the strategic plan that we've just presented to you good people. Asante sana Your Excellency, tunakupenda sana. Sisi kama vijana wa Embu, sisi kama watu wa boda tunakupenda sana. So I request So now, Your Excellency, that is the strategic plan that we've just presented. The office that you just commissioned is one of the pillars. The system that you just saw in the office is another pillar. We also have the border affair na Karinda. We also have the Go Green in line with the President's manifesto and also the Governor of Embu County. We have the border Talanta, Your Excellency, and also we want to sensitize our people on the electric motorbike. So Your Excellency, ninaomba kwa heshima kubwa, hold your book looking yes, thank you Your Excellency. Mpigieni makofi mazuri, anaeleanwa na sisi majenzi. So ninaomba Your Excellency, in count of 1, 2, 3 mtainua hizo vitabu and then mtaona muujiza hapo mbele yenu na mustoroke. We are peaceful people. Aya, good people, border power. Border power. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! We now say and celebrate that the strategic plan 2024-20.
Nimesema kwamba kuna watoto wanasoma hizi shule na wanatoka katika area za mitaa na school fees zao saa zingine zinakuwa ni shida na wazazi wanahangaika. Ningetaka tu hii mambo ya basari isitolewe, tuweze kusaidia watoto waweze kusoma ili wamalize mitihani zao, waweze kuwa Wakenya wazuri. Kwa sababu mtoto akisoma katika taifa la Kenya itakuwa imeongeza points kwa mtoto ambaye anajiandaa kusaidia Kenya yetu. Nakumbuka hapo kwetu viwandani kuna watoto wasichana 2 walifanya mtihani mwaka jana. Na nilipokuwa nazuru pande hiyo nikapata wamerudishwa class 8 na wana marks 388 and above 2. Ikabidi nilie machozi niwatoe darasa la 8 na waingize form 1 pale Huruma Girls. Sasa wanaingia form 2 mwaka huu. Na hiyo imetusaidia kwa sababu basari imenisaidia nimalipia mwaka mzima ili waweze kusoma. Watoto wengi wanatoka kwa mtaa, mimi ni mtu wa mtaa na watu wa mtaa tunaishi kwa hali ya chini. So makamu wa rais, hiyo ndio ningetaka kusema. Na mwisho, ni aibu sana basi ya Jamhuri kukwama. Wapatie tu basi. Wapatie basi. Jamhuri ni shule tulikuwa nakuja hapa kwa kushangilia football walikuwa juu sana. Kwa hivyo vile we ndio mkuu namba 2 katika nchi, basi tu wapatie. Ya mwisho, nataka kuwatakia kila laheri. Nataka kusema kwa zile boards zote za shule hii, pongezi sana kwa kazi mmefanya. Mmeinua shule na nimeona hiyo project vile imewekwa, tunaisupport. Na sisi kama wajumbe wa Nairobi, tuna support education. Nataka makamu wa rais ambaye rais ile 58 million ametupatia kila constituency, tunajenga classes, tunakimbizana kuona kwamba classes za shule zetu zimeimarika, watoto wasome. Mimi agenda yangu Makadara ni education number 1, 2 education, number 3 education. Mungu wa amani wabariki.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa, Your Excellency, the leadership of this school led by the board, the principal, my colleagues from government. Leo, I will not have so much, my boss being here. But sir, once again, we are excited that you are joining us in celebrating that longevity of this school. 120 years is a long time. We are not celebrating the buildings that have withstand all this time. We are celebrating the human capital that this school has been able to generate in that long period of time. Sir, on issues education, we would want to assure you that as commitment of His Excellency the President to ensure that we transition smoothly in all that we are doing in competence-based education, together with our members of parliament, we've been able to now build 15,000 classrooms for our junior school grade 9. We have distributed 9.9 million textbooks. Through your efforts and His Excellency the President, you are aware that we have employed another 20,000 teachers. This is going towards ensuring that we anchor the future, because in investing in our children, we are investing in the future. So, sir, we would want to give you our commitment that this is the real defining year of competence-based curriculum. This is the year, as we shall say, sir, that we shall be transiting our children from junior school to senior school. This will be the first time that children will be moving from one environment to a new environment. All this time, PP1, PP2 sometimes are in the same environment in our primary school. Their first 6 years in primary school, they were in the same environment. 3 years in junior school, they were in the same environment. In the coming year, that's why I'm saying this is our defining year in CBC, is that they will be doing an assessment, a summative assessment in November, which will support us in aligning them to pathways and to schools. So, sir, we assure you that in the sector, as a ministry, we shall be able to work with all stakeholders to ensure that your vision to firm up the competence-based education through transitioning to senior school is realized. Sir, with those remarks, it is now my distinct duty to invite you to address us and celebrate with us these 120 years of this school. Karibu, sir.
Asanteni sana, naomba tuketi. Jamhuri, Jamhuri. It is an honor and a privilege to join you in celebrating the Jamhuri High School as you mark 120 years of excellence. 120 years of resilience, 120 years of unwavering commitment to education. And indeed this is a worthy of recognition and thanksgiving. A milestone is not a milestone unless it is celebrated. Founded in 1904, this school has a rich history that reflects the years of existence, beginning as a nursery school and thereafter evolving to the Government Indian School, to the Duke of Gloucester, and finally to Jamhuri High School in 1969. This school has remained committed to its motto, effort unending, and its vision of churning out well-rounded graduates. Congratulations. As we celebrate 120 years today, we honor the visionary founders of the school who, over a century ago, recognized the power of education and the vital role it will play in empowering young men. We also celebrate all the educators, both the former and current principals, headmasters, teachers, and non-teaching staff who have carried the torch, keeping the fire of knowledge burning brightly from one generation to another over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 120 has great significance. In science, 120 is the atomic number of a hypothetical element of the periodic table that is yet to be discovered. Scientists apparently know of the existence of this number, but have not yet found it. They are looking for it. Some theologians believe that 120 is a symbol of a divine waiting time, an idea taken from the scriptures in Genesis chapter 6, verse 3, which talks about the world and the number of years that Moses lived. In astrology, when two planets in a person's chart are 120 degrees apart from each other, this is called a trine and is supposed to bring good luck to a person's life. For Jamhuri High School, 120 are the number of years spent nurturing dreams and aspirations. This school boasts of an unparalleled legacy and rich constellation of distinguished alumni who have excelled in leadership and establishing successful multiple industries and businesses across the world. Already, the names of prominent alumni of this institution have been read out, I'm sure, just as a sample. A former Chief Justice, a distinguished industrialists, and thought leaders, including the distinguished son of Kenya, Professor Yash Bargai, who has made a mark globally as a legal scholar and an expert of constitutional law and making. And I am told there are many more, including members of the present cabinet, represented by Alfred Mutua, the Cabinet Secretary for Labor and Social Protection, and many more. Therefore, there's no doubt that this school has done Kenya proud. I am not an alumni, but I am an alumnus of another school not far from here, within Nairobi. And I want to affirm what architect Juma said, who is an academic like me, and who was in Jamhuri High School around the same time I was in another school nearby. And the school nearby, where I went to school around the same time with the architect Juma, we defeated Jamhuri High School in everything. everything except soccer, where Architect Juma was the captain of the soccer team. And hockey, which I tried to play, I think once or twice, and then I was hit with an hockey stick on the leg. I never went back to the field again. I remained in the cheering squad for the rest of the time that I was in Lenana School. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I want to pay homage to particularly two members of the alumni of Jamhuri High School. Rashmi Shah, class of 1972, and Nitin Shah, class of 1981, for generously donating financial and other support for this school among the many other alumni who have continued to support this school. The dedication, success, and selfless contribution of the alumni of this school serve as a source of inspiration to the current students and every one of us gathered here today. As we celebrate 120 years of Jamhuri High School, we honor our past and those who have laid the foundation for continued success. We also look ahead to the opportunities and challenges of the future, a future where the school remains at the forefront of educational innovation, incorporating the latest advancements in technology to prepare its students for the challenges of the 21st century and beyond. Most importantly, the legacy of the school should continue to inspire our young people to dream big, to defy expectations, to be visionary, and to become global change makers. The government remains committed to ensuring that the children of this country acquire accessible, relevant, inclusive, and quality education that equips them with the necessary skills, knowledge, and values to navigate the world, which is getting increasingly complex and challenging. We will continue to support, as government, the implementation of the competence-based curriculum to ensure that our learners and graduates fit into the international and global systems in employment opportunities, entrepreneurship, and even further studies. We have further identified the need to match the skills of our school leavers to the demands of the market. Innovation in science and technology will be used in providing instruction and also upgrading the skills of our school leavers. We are therefore continuing with our engagements on reviewing the various curricula to align them to the national and international market demands and trends. I urge all of us to support the government reforms in education with an understanding that the man or woman who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. To the teachers, who are the heart and soul of this institution, I extend my heartfelt appreciation, and I want to admit that in the days, many days ago, when I was in the neighboring school, which I have since disclosed, we successfully, as a school, poached the deputy principal of Jamhuri, who went on to become the deputy principal of Lenana School, and later on became the principal, Mr. Uhuru. So check your record. I urge you also to remain committed to the provision of education to the students an education that emphasizes on character formation as it does academics and sports. To the Board of Management and Parents Association, I urge you to remain dedicated to this school. Steer it to even greater heights, driven by selflessness and dedication to what is right and true. To the students, you are the torchbearers of this prestigious institution. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead, work smart and stay focused on your goals. Remember that the education you receive here is not just about acquiring knowledge. It is also about learning to think critically, to innovate, and to lead with integrity. At the same time, however, to be young people who espouse integrity and at all times conduct yourself with the highest standards of moral and ethical grounding. I know that for the young men in front of me today, that some of the examples that you're seeing from us, older people in the public and private sector, some of the examples that you're seeing from us, older people today, in the religious and family spaces, as parents and religious leaders, public servants, and people in private sector, those examples may run contrary to the things and the ideals we are telling you to do. Nevertheless, I urge you to be the generation that makes the change and breaks the chains that hold us backwards whenever we want to go forward as a country. Avoid vices, and it doesn't matter what you see. Aim at being what is ideal. That is my charge to you today. Dear students, we must promote intergenerational excellence. The excuses I have heard from some of our boys and girls, our children, is that we don't look so good ourselves as adults. The things we are telling them to do, some of us do not do them. And I'm saying that should not be the excuse. I also want to confirm to you, students of Jamhuri High School, there are enough older people who are upright and who can be your role models. Just look around. There is someone older than you just around you from whom you can learn and get mentorship. Therefore, intergenerational excellence is paramount for the building of our nation going forward. The government will continue to emphasize the values of ethics and integrity in our education system curriculum as part of our nation-building initiatives, strengthening the software of the nation, fighting corruption and other vices that bedevil our society today. We must continue to inculcate practical ethics and integrity in our learning systems, especially through the socio-activity programs undertaken in our learning institutions. I trust that Jamhuri High School is running programs to carry through these values, in which we are now incorporating them into the CBC curriculum right up to the tertiary level. Allow me also to say that I'm delighted to learn that this school has been identified as a possible center for providing excellence in STEM, science, technology, and mathematics. And therefore, I want to commit as government that we will partner through the Ministry of Education and other relevant agencies. We'll partner with the school management and the school leadership structures to make sure that we support your endeavor to build a workshop complex to allow you become a center for STEM. Generally across the country, this administration takes education extremely seriously. We are carrying out major education reforms for the last quite a number of years, and we are working to perfect the CBC program to make sure that it takes our students and learners to a place where they have a fighting chance in a very complex, demanding, challenging, and competitive world. It is in that regard that this is the administration that has employed the highest number of teachers in 2 years. Between 2022, August, and now, this administration, by close of the ongoing activity, which I think is closing this month, we will have employed 76,000 teachers. No other government, no other administration has employed that number of teachers in 2 years. The manifesto of Kenya Kwanza is to bridge the gap in staffing in our education, and the commitment that we made when President Ruto was seeking to be elected president of Kenya, we had committed that in 5 years, we will employ 116,000 teachers. Up to now, we've done 76. We are on course. We will meet the targets. Likewise, as the Principal Secretary, Dr. Belio Kipsang, has confirmed, to enable us to carry out the education reforms, physical facilities are important. The last 1 year alone, this government has built 15,000 classrooms across Kenya. We are in the process in the next 1 year to build an additional 7,000 classrooms to bring to a total of 23,000 classrooms, mainly for grade 9 and other grades, to make sure that we take care of the physical facilities. We now have resources also to provide laboratories for 1,600 schools across Kenya where our children do not have laboratories, because you cannot do CBC when you have schools without labs, and the first time they see a Bunsen burner or a microscope is the examination day, and you expect that child to do anything in science. So in the next 1 year, the government of Kenya will build 1,600 laboratories across Kenya to make sure every school has a laboratory, a science laboratory. We are also, in Nairobi here, we recognize the special needs of Nairobi as our capital city. And that's why I want to agree with the sentiments by the Member of Parliament for Makadara. And I want to confirm what he has said, that President Ruto has taken leadership in sorting out the educational facilities for the schools within our capital city especially. He has provided for every constituency 58 million shillings to every member of parliament to build more classrooms across the city. He has committed that he will provide more funds once that 58 million shillings per constituency is exhausted. I think the total for all the constituencies is 1 billion Kenya shillings to add more classrooms to our children within Nairobi. Therefore, good people, I think President Ruto has showed goodwill to reform the education sector, to improve staffing, to provide physical facilities in terms of classrooms, to provide laboratories for schools without science laboratories, and also specific schools I've been a beneficiary of his leadership and commitment to improve on our education quality, access, affordability, and relevance. This school is a beneficiary. I am here this morning, not on my own accord. I'm here today representing President Ruto, because he came here last year and provided the LPG plant, which is now being used to, the facility, the LPG facility that is being used to do cooking for our students here. Is that true? Is that so? He was also here to support the construction of the dormitory, which I'm told now at least 1 floor plus 1 is ready. And he has asked me to direct that that facility be occupied effective today. So the boys should move in, and then when he finds time, he can pass by for the official handover. But he has said, as you wait for that occasion, the boys should start using that facility because it is ready. He has committed to continue supporting your school on all the other issues. I have heard also from both the young man who spoke here very, very strongly and very courageously. Please clap for that boy. And also from the principal, the dynamic principal who has helped move this school from a mid grade of 4.2 to 6.2. That's a huge leap forward. We are praying that you improve on that grade. It's not good enough. Is it good enough? It is good, but it is not good enough. Even it is better than what you had, but even the best can be made better. Isn't it? Even the best can be made better. So I like what the principal said and the chair of the board, that the aim is to make Jamhuri the top school in Kenya. I will not say after Lenana. But good luck, Mr. Principal and the chair and the rest of the team. I have heard that there's teacher shortage. I want to commit that we will provide more teachers for the school. So I'm going to work with the ministry and the TSC to make sure that we add you a few more teachers. I will not tell you the number now, but let me go and do some homework, but definitely we'll add you some teachers to bridge the gaps that you have in the teaching staff. I have heard also that from those who spoke before me, that today, other than cutting the cake to mark 120 years, you are also launching a funds drive for the infrastructure development for the school, where you want to raise 120 million shillings in 120 days. Is that true? And because I am not an alumni, and that effort is for alumni, isn't it? I don't have to do anything, do I? Sorry? And because I am not an alumni, and because also you defeated us in soccer and hockey, I will not do anything about it. But I think I can change my mind, because we defeated you in everything else except soccer and hockey, isn't it? And also because I was in a school not very far away from Jammu. And also because we poached Mr. Uhuru, isn't it, in 1989. Therefore, for that reason, I am going to leave behind, as I leave, 1 million shillings as part of my personal contribution, as part of my personal contribution as an alumni of a friendly school towards the funds drive of 120 million in 120 days. You have your first million today. And finally, you have seen, as I spoke, the boys didn't clap a lot. The parents and the teachers and everybody else clapped quite a few times. And so, because I would want the boys also to clap, I will go look for and bring a new school bus. Jamhuri, 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 That's what we used to say those holidays. Asanteni sana. God bless you. God bless Jamhuri. I wish you well. Happy 120 years anniversary.
Tumpongeze Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais kwa makofi, shangwe na vigelegele. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Nitaomba tusalie kuketi kwa kifupi tu, so that we can launch the endowment fund ili uweze kutuwekea sahihi yako rasmi, na nitaomba niletewe bango hilo nikimwalika mwenyekiti Alumni Association. Please come. Please come. The chair BOM, the principal. Yes. The principal. Vile zile check nilikuwa nimepeana zije hapa karibu tafadhali. The checks zije hapa karibu ili tuweze kufanya kwa pamoja. Tutakuwa tunatia sahihi rasmi Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais kwa hafla hii fupi, na sahihi hii itakuwa inawekwa kama ishara ya kuanzisha mpango wa kuchangisha fedha rasmi. Kwa hivyo nitaomba hawa kwanza watie sahihi, kisha nitakuwa na mwalika Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais kumalizia. Kwa hivyo tutaanza na mwalimu mkuu aweze kutia sahihi yake rasmi. Tumpongeze kwa makofi. Ni kusema kuanzia leo kwa siku 120 watakuwa wanachangisha milioni 1 kila siku hadi milioni 120. Alumni chair, please. Ataweka sahihi yake. Tumpongeze kwa makofi. Vile BOM chair, na nitamwalika PS aje atie sahihi kwa niaba ya waziri wa elimu. PS kwa niaba ya waziri wa elimu uje kwa haraka, na kisha nitamwalika sasa Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais. Tumpigie makofi anapokuja kutia sahihi hiyo rasmi. Checks, kuna checks tulikuwa tukabidhi, naomba nipewe. Tumpigie makofi Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais.
Haya. I think there is this mic loud enough? There is it's 120 million shillings in 120 days, isn't it? But it's no longer 120 million, it's 119, because you already have the first million from an alumni of a friendly school. But we also have other support, those who have given their support. I want to issue out the checks. 2. These are members of the Alumni Association, isn't it? Who have already also brought their checks today. Mr. Shrikund Shah, 1 million shilling. Pigieni makofi, 1 million shillings from Mr. Shah. Thank you very much. The next one is from Mr. Ravi. Sorry, I should have explained that Mr. Shrikund Shah is from the Alumni Association. The second one is Mr. Ravi Ruparel from the Jamhuri School Trust, 1 million shillings. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Makofi kwake. The next one Parent Teachers Association, Mr. Kafuna Frederick, 500,000. Representing the Parent Teachers Association, 500,000. Where are you? Ayuko. Oh, you have money cash? Part of it, okay. Okay, cash and check. Very good. Thank you very much. Asante sana. Chairman of the PTA. Thank you very much. The next one is the Friends of the Alumni, represented by Mr. Chiro Nyinge, 500,000. Is the check? There you go. Give to the principal. Thank you very much. Apigwe makofi. And he's in uniform. Even me, I'm in green. The only thing I didn't bring is the yellow. Because the neighboring school would have had problems with me. Next is, on behalf of the Board of Management, Dr. Olivia Opere, 500,000 shillings. Thank you very much. Asante sana. Wapigwe makofi jameni. Wapigwe makofi mazuri. Asanteni sana. What is the next issue?
I've been sent by a former alumni with 1.2 million.
It's called who? The Dr. Kalebi, a distinguished son of Kenya, distinguished alumni, I'm told, is giving us 1.2 million shillings. 1%. That is 1% of the entire contribution. To encourage the colleagues also to give 1%. And because I don't want to be defeated by an alumni of Jammu, the only defeat I conceded, soccer and hockey. So I'll add 200,000 to go and draw.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Nitaomba board members, wameomba picha moja na wewe, board members only to come, Your Excellency, so that we take just one photo. Nitaomba Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais uje katikati hapa, tusonge hapa katikati. Yes. Alafu we can flank His Excellency on either side, board members, BOM. Tukiwa tayari kukata keki, baada ya hapo Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais atatuongoza katika kukata keki. Some of us we can go to the other side. Wawili, twende to the other side. Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais atatuongoza kukata keki ya kuadhimisha siku miaka 120 tangu kuanzishwa kwa shule hii. Wale wanafunzi wanne tafadhali wakaribie hapa ambao watakuwa wanapokea keki hiyo kwa niaba ya wanafunzi wengine. Thank you, Excellency. Your Excellency, tutaelekea kwa keki ili uweze kutuongoza kukata keki ya maadhimisho ili tuweze kumaliza. Tutatayarisha wimbo wa taifa baada ya Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais kumaliza kutuongoza kukata keki hiyo. Tutakuwa tunamaliza kwa wimbo wa taifa tuweze kumruhusu aweze kuelekea. Studio, kama kuna wimbo wowote ule utakuwa unacheza chini chini, Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais atakata keki tu vipande vichache, kisha atawapatia wanafunzi wanne kama ishara ya kuadhimisha miaka 120. Tunaweza msaidia kushika BOM chair.
This is Nyatiti music if you don't know what this instrument is tonight. This is called Nyatiti.
Kwa ajili ya hiyo picha na kisha tukate kwa vipande. Tuwapongeze kwa makofi jameni wanapokata keki hiyo ya kuadhimisha miaka 120 tangia shule hii iweze kuanzishwa mnamo 1904, na sasa atakuwa anachukua na kuwalisha wanafunzi wanne ambao watawakilisha wanafunzi wengine. DJ utatayarisha wimbo wa taifa baada ya yeye kumaliza. Hongera, wapi makofi? Asante sana. Sio jambo la kawaida Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais kuwalisha wanafunzi. Kwa hivyo ni jambo la kipekee sana. Tumpongeze kwa makofi. Tumpongeze kwa makofi. Na atamaliza wapi makofi, shangwe na vigelegele. Asante DJ, asante DJ, asante DJ, asante. Tumetamatisha. Asante, makofi kwa Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais. Nitaomba Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais aweze kurudi kwenye jukwaa rasmi tuweze kutamatisha kwa wimbo wa taifa. Nitaomba sote tuweze kusimama kwa heshima, tumruhusu Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais awe kwenye jukwaa kuu ili tuweze kutamatisha kwa wimbo wa taifa. Studio.